today. From Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater. Dumps this one off to Mack. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 27.
49 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They try the left side with Johnson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Escapes the defender. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Throwing, Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Bridgewater.
Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Able to avoid him. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there. silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Santos' kick is up and through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard.
Johnson, oh, it's poke free. Football's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Johnson again.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. A great effort there. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Bridgewater on first down. It's complete to Parker left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. On the handoff, it's Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that's 3 field goals for him now, but heck, he's not even halfway to his career best of 7.
Seems like the 7 field goal games are the kind of games I always get assigned to at my other job. Let's hope for this offense's sake they can start cashing in on a few of these drives.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dorsett making the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Ramirez to throw on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hall. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. Buying time to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on 2nd down, Ramirez. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. That time a 9-play drive.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
And right side, they're going to go option here. Into the secondary past the 40. And how about that for just running out the clock? And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. So we've reached half. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a handoff as they run left side. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. Ramirez. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations. Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to touchdown.
It's complete. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Bridgewater will try and throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raiders now set to get the football back.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Johnson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Escaping the pressure right.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Ramirez to throw on third down.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll look to throw again.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Back to throw again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Raiders have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater.
And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
To throw is Ramirez. Off play action.
Rolling to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen it,
he'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Bridgewater to throw it. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Williams.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
He'll get this to his running back, Dokes.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Eluding the pressure right.
Reception here by Ruggs.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll run here on third and goal. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
So now Bridgewater and the Broncos down 27-24, a little over 20 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Santos now to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points.
Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do,
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Broncos are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on